In today's halacha, we're going to discuss the details of the mizmor that is customary to add during the month of Elul within Shachos and Mincha of Ledavid Hashem Oiri. We're going to go into the background of this mizmor, why we recite it specifically during this time, what's the source for reciting it during this time, and a few questions that come up regarding the recitation. So the background of saying this mizmor within davening is actually quite obscure. We don't find in any of the previous poskim that are dated prior to the Alter Rebbe that have really brought this down. In the Shulchanaruch and the Nesek Kelim and the commentaries, it is not brought down at all that there is a concept or an advantage of saying Ledavid Hashem Oiri within davening. The earliest source that we find it in is in a Kabbalah Sefer that was written by one of the students of the Arizal by the name of Shari Rachamin. It was written by Rav Chaim HaKohen. And it is also brought in the Meir Ve'etzva of the Chidah, in the Shem Tev Katan. A number of different students of the Arizal bring down this minhag. It has been lately brought down the halacha in the Svarim of the Malach and the Matei Ephraim, the Kids Shulchanaruch, and the Mishnah Brura, that all bring down this custom. The Alter Rebbe in the Shulchanaruch does not mention anywhere the idea of Ledavid Hashem Oiri, of it being said in Elul, just like his predecessors with regards to the codifiers, that it was never mentioned in any of the codifiers. However, in the Siddur of the Alter Rebbe, he does mention this minhag, and he put it into the Siddur that it should be said throughout the month of Elul. So, because of its lack of true source within codifiers, we find that there are many segments of jury that actually do not say it at all during Elul. And in fact, some came out against saying it during Elul. And we'll explain why. The Meiser Rav, the Grof, the Vilna Goyen Meiser Rav, it states that he was not accustomed to say it during Elul. And it is brought in the Siddur Leiv Sameach in the name of the Yehudi HaKadosh, in the name of the Chayzin Lublin, that he also did not say it throughout the month of Elul. And it's not just that they didn't follow this custom, they were actually against the custom. And it's explained in the name of Rav Chaim of Tzanz that the reason why they're against it is because the first source of this custom is in the Chemdas Yomim. The Sefer Chemdas Yomim was a Sefer which its author is not known, but people suspected that the author of this Sefer to be a follower of Shabtai Tzvi. And because of this, a lot of the rulings or customs brought in the Sefer were, so to say, shunned and ostracized. So because one of the earliest sources of mention this minhag is from the Chemdas Yomim, there were Gdolei Yisrael that shunned the minhag and refrained from saying it during the month of Elul. However, as we've already mentioned, the Alter Rebbe clearly brings it in the Siddur, and therefore that is the Chabad custom, and so too is the custom of most jury today, as rules the Matei Ephraim and the Mishnah Brura. We're now going to go into the reasons of why we say specifically in Elul. So one of the reasons is, as is brought in the Matei Ephraim, that the Medrash Seichel Tov says that the pasuk Uri, Ledavid Hashem Uri, that Uri refers to Elul, while Yishi refers to Rosh Hashanah, and Yitzpeneinu B'Sukkah refers to Sukkot. So since these verses refer to Rosh Hashanah, therefore we mention it during the month of Elul. Others, however, negate this explanation, as it doesn't specifically refer to saying within davening, and as well, there's many psukim in Tehillim that refer to the month of Elul, and we don't find that we say them within the month of Elul. Another reason brought down, this is brought down in the Shara Koilel, is because that the Mizmor of Ledavid Hashem Oiri contains 13 names of Hashem. And this corresponds to the 13 attributes of mercy which are revealed in the month of Elul. So just like in Elul we have the Yedil Midas HaRachamim revealed, so too we read a Mizmor in davening that corresponds to these 13 attributes of mercy. In the Chidah, in the Sefer Meir Be'etzba, he actually brings that the saying of Ledavid Hashem Eiri is not only something that is meritorious during the month of Elul, but it's actually something good throughout the year. In his wording, that a person should always say, it is proper to always say Ledavid Hashem Eiri in davening. However, during the month of Elul, the Pratosh Shulchanaruchharav specifically is to be said. When do we begin saying this mizmor? So in Sefer Menhagman and Ayem Yem, it says that we begin saying it starting from the first day of Rosh Chodesh Elul, which is still the 30th of Menachem Av. However, in other Svarim it's brought down that you should begin saying it from the second day of Rosh Chodesh, which is the first day of Elul. So rules the Kitzur Shulchanaruchharav. And for once again, our minhag is from the first day. With regards to when and which prayers do we say it in, so our minhag is, based on the Alter Rebbe in the Siddur, to say it within Shachris and within Mincha before Alein. However, there are many people that are accustomed to say it in Ma'ariv and not to say it within Mincha. So is the custom mentioned in the Aleph Hamagin, in the Divrei Malkiel, he mentions this is Ashkenazi custom. However, our minhag is, as we already stated from Alter Rebbe, to say it only within Shachris and Mincha, and so also brings the Mishnah Brugel in chapter 581, Halacha 2. Until when is it recited? So the Alter Rebbe writes in the Siddur that we recite it daily until Shana Rabbah, including Shana Rabbah. But we don't say it anymore starting from Shmini Atzeres. This is the way also the Chidah rules in Meir Be'etzva. However, not everyone agrees to this ruling, and there are those that are accustomed that they say it until Shmini Atzeres, including Shmini Atzeres. And so is the custom of those that follow the rulings of the Mishnah Brura.